my overall comment on the lawsuit is extremely weak. I don't think it's going to succeed in the end, and I don't think it's going to succeed at the class certification.
Well, so, okay, you know what, before we get there, the injunction itself, I know there's context to the issuance of that injunction. Do you want to elaborate on what the plaintiff was seeking by way of the injunction and what was ultimately issued, how it was crafted, because I know you had a role in that, and bottom line, I mean, did the judge not effectively ratify, or at the very least not condemn or render illegal this very protest, which everyone on earth in the government and government subsidized media seems to call an illegal protest?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I warned the clients that they're going to get an injunction. I mean, the judge isn't going to say, no, it's fine, keep honking your air horns and train horns. Their injunction request was framed very narrowly. It wasn't to move off the streets. It wasn't to do any of these things. It was simply to refrain from honking horns, not any horns, air horns and train horns. Informally, the truckers had put in their own kind of informal agreement that they wouldn't honk their horns during the week from 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. They'd have a quiet time because they wanted to rest too. They're sleeping in their trucks and so on. And they didn't think it was a good idea to be honking. And there would be the occasional honk, and on Friday and Saturday nights, it was a different story because the whole downtown was very much a party, festive atmosphere, and people were encouraging it. Give me a honk, and the trucker honk, honk. So that was happening. But they did try to create some really ridiculous enforcement mechanisms in there, where basically giving the police the power to arrest on site and things. So we fought against those and were successful. We really narrowed the scope of it. And we also insisted that it include a clause that I know you've referred to that confirms that that the truckers had the right of lawful, peaceful assembly. And as long as the conditions were abided with, they had the right to carry on and continue to engage in their civil protest. And the judge made a number of comments about that in each of the hearings, about that this is a recognized thing in a free country, the right of peaceful public protest.
Here, I'll bring this up. This was the tweet, and this is the order from the court. This is the conclusion in the court, people. We've talked about it before. This court orders that, provided the terms of this order are complied with, so respect this court order, the defendants and other persons remain at liberty to engage in a peaceful, lawful, and safe protest. Despite this conclusion of the injunction that was issued, you still have the likes of Justin Trudeau saying illegal protest, and everyone in the media saying illegal blockade, illegal protest.
Yeah, they talk as the narratives evolved. They all say now it started off as a lawful protest, but then became illegal. And I have not been able to find anybody explain to me what that transition point was, if it was, like what's the rationale for that? Because I don't know. It never changed in the 19 days I was on the ground.